Sunday and we are on our way back from the Okana show, and I quickly wanted to show you a typical problem that all the farmers have in Namibia.
But don't forget to like and subscribe.
This is called cirkelbos. As you can see below, it is barren and withak, and all of this is species that's invasive. And if I take this now and I zoom in, this all used to be savanna land where you see a tree every year and there, but all of this is invasive species. Now, Namibia is one of the top exporters of charcoal in the world. A giant charcoal industry. In fact, when you're in Namibia, somehow you're connected to some sort of charcoal, or some of your money is somehow coming from charcoal. So personally, I rent out storage space to about 5 different charcoal companies in Namibia. But with that said and done, invasive species still encroach with an extra 3% every year. So we can't get all of this. You cannot farm below this. This causes serious fires. No grass grows below this. No cattle can walk here. No sheep can walk here. This is thousands and thousands and thousands of hectares of land. I mean, if you look over there, just check, as far as the eye can see, we are on a little hill right now. As far as the eye can see, just invasive bush. The people treat it in 2 different ways. One is charcoal. The other one is bulldozers. Just come in with bulldozers and just push it all down. The other one is poison. They even fly over with planes and they just poison the crap out of the bush. And then you can clearly see for the next couple of years, because remember, these things are all nitrogen fixing plants. So they fix nitrogen, and as soon as you poison them, they release all of that nitrogen into the soil, so the grass just explodes. And so people think that poisoning the trees was a good idea. And you can leave in the comments and say whether you believe it's a good idea or not. But that is currently the way the Namibians handle this bush, and they still can't get ahead. And I found this little guy in the garden. That means rain is coming. 2 months or so from now. This is a bullfrog, I think it's called in English. They puff up when they get disturbed. But he said I must stop looking at the screen and start looking at the camera. So I got these glasses. Checkmate. Now you can't see that I'm looking at my screen. Better than going away for the weekend is coming back, and I want to show you something very impressive. So this is our little daily harvest of termites. You can see they are running around there like crazy, and check there, the ducks love them. So every day we get about 5 shovels filled like this, and the ducks just gulp them up. So it is a very consistent source of protein for the ducks. Cleaning out the oven, they are building that basically daily, and so every day we clean that out and we feed that to the ducks. Another thing that happened while I was gone is the guys took my little charcoal pit, filled it up with worm castings, and then planted all over it. They didn't put the grass like that one day, but they planted all over this one. So hopefully we can have a discussion tomorrow, just to find out what was the thinking about not putting up the grass, and hear their thinking and see if they don't understand the reason for the grass, and if there was maybe not enough grass or what was it. But I think it's nice to have the guys do something by themselves and then come and evaluate it afterwards, because in the future, if they can do 100 of these without me being present and do it the correct way, or maybe even more effective, if they find a more effective way, that would be wonderful. The tree that I bought is actually this very big, it's maybe 1.8 meters high. what do you call these things in English? A grapefruit. Grapefruit, that's right. Okakongo, citrus, maybe star ruby grapefruit down there. This is the biggest tree I've bought in a long time, so I'm very, very excited about it. And the price is about $10, where normally we pay about $8, no, $2 for a tree. So this we went all out, splashed $10 on a tree. And normally my theory is buy cheaper, buy smaller, buy more for the same amount of money. We tried to build this food forest on a very limited budget, but yeah, I was looking for a grapefruit tree, so now I have a big one. I have a little riverbed of my own as well. See, those tires gets used for the horses to jump over. Hold the camera like this to get the sun right. But I wanted to answer some questions. Schnauzer Pig asked me, if I pronounce that username correctly, whether our rivers run into the sea or whether they've got some sort of delta. Sorry. No, 90% of our rivers runs west towards the sea. Except obviously not the one going to the Okavango Delta in Botswana. We've got that one in the north, but that one has also got water constantly. The other question I received yesterday is, or the other comment I received yesterday is regarding overgrazing to break veld fires. My idea is not just to overgraze and kill it. So you have mob grazing to improve your land. The idea is to, just before the winter time, just before the fire season, to get your mob into these strips and to clean a fire break like that. Go have a look at the pigs quickly, see how they are doing. So the other comment that I received was regarding planting camelthorn trees and anna trees, big anna trees in the rivers to stop the flow. I think that's maybe a better idea than my lucina and spackboom idea of planting that in the river, because they're not as tasty as the lucina and the spackboom. And I think they might actually live longer and survive in the wild. Getting them established is obviously a problem, but it's something worth taking into account and trying to make work. So our little piggies are doing well. Just spraying them a little bit. Ding maak maar net bietjie modder, Moremi. These ones, they are also doing well. Happy pig. The bones that we use in the biochar we get from the old pig food that comes from the old age home. They cook it, obviously prepared for the old people. There's quite a lot of meat on that left, and so our pigs eat that, but they don't eat the bones, and then we use the bones for the biochar. I really enjoyed the tires that little Dana made and fixed. We give them a little bit of mud so they can play in that. He just told me about the pig that was just harvested. Said how big of a personality he had, and he was whenever he gave them a water, he would run around and jump and play in the water. And he said if it was his pig, he would never have harvested it. Would have kept it like a dog. Our grey water papaya patch looks almost sad without all of the weeds. Most of the weeds was pulled out to plant other things, but the life is doing well. Spinach is still growing like crazy. We can't harvest enough to get rid of it. It's almost like weeds by themselves. And then the prickly pears I'm very, very excited about. They've been pushing out leaves like there's no tomorrow. Everything on top here is all new leaves. Every time I come here it feels like there's something new. This one just popped up now. That one there. This is new this year, that is new this year. All of those little green ones there on top are new. So yeah, the guys are harvesting cabbage for themselves, not taking out the whole brush, but that's okay. So that is a lazy Sunday. Can't wait to get onto our new projects tomorrow, and I will see you then. Have a good weekend and have a wonderful day.